Hello everyone, this is the Grandmaster here, and welcome to the tour of my day 700 server on The Forest. The main base we'll be looking at today was built in 350 to 400 in-game days with the help of 20 of my friends. Individually, I spent 400 hours on this, and they helped me with 100 to 200 hours for a cumulative total of 600. No mods were used, and all modders who joined our server were banned. Let's get started. So this is what you would first see if you started as a newcomer. You would see this platform with a zip line that we built for you to be able to get to our base very quickly. I'll be thanking my friends throughout the video as well, as this is also a tribute to them. Fabio the Amazin Azn and Fight Club Police, thank you for helping me design this zipline. No mods were used, so we did not have the mod to extend the zipline infinitely. So instead they connect one to another, like this. And welcome to our base. We'll be dropping in on the second floor, and there will be a lot of lag. There's a lot to render. We have you drop in on the second floor because that's where all the food and water is. Now, I want to show you the path at night. We placed lights all along the trail at night to make sure that newcomers would never be lost. This path was redesigned twice, and we spent a lot of time discussing how to plan it. Each of those icons that you see in the distance, the flags, the bases, each of them is color-coded and for a specific reason. We will be removing the overlay as well as the heads-up display for the rest of the tour after this. The view of the base at night is my absolute favorite. Unfortunately, we had to get rid of 50% of the skull lanterns because the lag was prohibitive. There used to be lanterns across the roof, across the walls, but it's still beautiful. The base was built entirely over water to prevent access by all enemies, but this was before patch version 1.10 with the flying sausage monster, of course. There are 3 floors total, each one serving a different purpose, and is built right next to the fertile fields for easy access to resources and overlooking the main patrol route coming from the cannibal main base. I want to thank Jara for his help in designing the 3rd floor to create this overlapping castle design. So this is what you would see if you approach the base on foot from the southeast rather than zipping in. That's the main cannibal village right over there, which explains why there are 3 layers of deadfall traps. I think deadfalls are the most cost-efficient and also space-efficient traps that we have available to us. This wall used to be 3 layers deep, extending from one end of the river all the way wrapping around to the Katana Cave. We got rid of almost 60% of the traps after the lag became prohibitive. Traps were placed in a forward fashion to guard this clearing right here, where I found a high density of trees and stick trees to suit our building needs. Each time we'd refresh the game, the stick trees would respawn, and each time we'd sleep with tree regrow on, 10% of the trees would regrow. Each time we cleared the region, we'd obtain 150 logs, and so on and so forth. And here are our sap collector trees. Trolls would sometimes join the game and cut down those trees, so we'd have to replenish them. That's the crane that we used when we needed to bring logs uphill to build the traps. And that's the first cabin that I built as a temporary shelter while we were building the main base. And these are additional zip lines that bring logs over from the fertile fields when we run out of them in front of our base. And these are 2 cranes that we use to bring our resources up to the different floors for building. This crane is for sticks and rocks. These baskets were built in the overlapping fashion to maximize space efficiency. And this crane is for logs and rabbits as well, live rabbits, when we're trying to transfer them from the traps to our cages upstairs, since you can't carry them while using the crane simultaneously. Let's go ahead and go upstairs to the first floor. These are zip lines going to and from the fertile fields. Let's go ahead and check out the war patio first. It overlooks the patrol route coming down from the main cannibal village, with the cannibals usually running east and then north along the shoreline. These are weapon racks holding katanas and bows, which we would offer to newcomers. Katanas were easily farmed from the katana cave. Each time you exit and then enter, the katana will respawn. These are arrow baskets and standing fires to light your arrows. And that's a zip line coming from the uphill direction. These are explosive racks, which hold our mollies, which are easily farmed from the katana cave. We used to stock them with bombs, but duct tape is expensive, and some newcomers would use the bombs to try to destroy our own base, so we stopped that. The catapults aren't very good at killing things, so we just use it to store the skulls. There are multiple open points so you can drop down on the enemies as soon as you equip yourself. Let's go ahead and just run back to the beginning here. This is the first fireplace that I ever built with a crocodile head. I'd like to thank Thrace137 for her help. This is a little seating area. And this was inspired by Third Access. There's a deer canopy over some chairs, tables, beds, and a fireplace for you to rest at. If you haven't seen Third Access's Alpine base, I highly recommend it. These are our medicine cabinets. Medicine is easily farmed from the Katana Cave, with about 3 to 4 bottles per run. These are the soda cabinets, which are also easily found in the Katana Cave, 10 per run. Here we have the bone baskets as well as the armor racks, which are currently empty. We moved all of the armor to the fertile fields where we were doing most of our combat. Now, let's just go ahead and check out some of the living quarters, and I want to thank Whirl, in addition to a lot of other friends, for helping me to design and build these rooms. There are some chairs, tables, cabinets, a partition, as well as some wall planters. And here's another room. Another table to eat at, and also 2 couches facing each other to have a nice conversation. The server gets a lot of traffic, and some newcomers would just take things and leave. So the easily farmable weapons, like the katana, we kept up front, but this secret room here that you have to duck to get into is where we kept the harder to farm items, like the modern bow, the machete, and our creepy armor. Regulars to the server and those who helped would know and have access to the armory, and I thank everyone for keeping it well stocked. Now let's go ahead and head over to one of my favorite areas of the house. This is our Christmas tree. This was built 2 months ago with the help of Juliet17AK2002, thank you. We took 6 hours to build this. The temporary shelters mimic the leaves of a Christmas tree. We used to use leaf traps for the green color, but newcomers would just set it on fire, so we stopped doing that. This was to be a water village, but we scrapped this project when the lag was becoming prohibitive. Now let's go check out some of the other rooms. This is another room with some cabinets, tables, chairs. Here's another room, and I really like the layout of this room. It used to be 2 rooms, but we knocked down the middle wall and put the rock wall there so you can see across for a different design. And this is just an open area in the middle here with a save point there in the corner. And it was going to be a trophy room with animal heads, mutant heads, as you can see there. Here's one of the first rooms that we completed. Here's a patio facing east, looking towards the fertile fields. There's a bit of a fire circle going on here that you can go ahead and rest at and just soak in the view. We used bone fence so as not to interfere with the view, and the rest of the patio is under construction right now. We'll go ahead and go up to the second floor when it turns dark. Welcome back. At night, the second floor is absolutely beautiful, so I wanted to show it to you during that time. Let's go ahead and go first to the elevators. Again, this is where resources would come up, logs, rocks, sticks to build things. There's some drying racks to greet you. And this here is our rabbit farm. This was inspired by Farkit's design. I'm sure you know who that is. These are additional drying racks arranged in a fashion to maximize space. Here's a table, some chairs for you to rest at, and here's an elevated garden placed in the middle for aesthetic purposes. I ate most of the blueberries, sorry, but if you come back at another time, there might be some for you. This is the grand fireplace in the middle of the second floor. It's one of the best architectural pieces in the house, in my opinion. Many people helped me build it, and I want to thank all of you. The mantle is lined with mutant trophies and trophies of big game. The fireplace goes all the way up to the roof and goes through the roof as well, as you can see here. This is the zip line that brings new people in. And these are zip lines going to and from the Katana Cave, making farming very, very easy. These are additional gardens, usually where we grow herbs, currently empty. And this is a custom pillar that I designed myself. This is another seating area, just to chill and have a good time. And these are stairs leading up to a dining area, since this floor has a lot of food and water. This dining area overlooks the entirety of the second floor. It provides quite a nice view. Since the drying racks are up here on the second floor, it also makes sense then to hit the skin racks here. You can find rabbit skin, boar, deer skin, you name it. Here are some additional drying racks. These are couches, which allow you to overlook the fertile fields. During the day, it's an absolutely beautiful view. This is our feather farm. There are 8 bird houses attached to each wooden pillar, for a total of 32 bird houses here. And this is our water. You'll never go thirsty here. Before we go up to the 3rd floor, let me show you the Christmas tree at night. I find the glow absolutely beautiful. Alright, I'll see you on the 3rd floor when it's daytime. These stairs lead up to the roof, and I wanted players to have access to the roof since the view is gorgeous. This is the archery range, and these are arrow baskets and bow racks. Now we're heading over to the launch platform. This is our fleet of 9 gliders to allow easy access to all points in the island. We keep a very close eye on these to make sure they're returned after use, since they're very expensive to build. That in the distance is the roller coaster, which took about 800 logs and even more sticks to build. There's another roller coaster coming down from the winter biome. That one is in progress, and that will require 1,000 logs. Now we're going up the launch tower. We've put sticks on the side to make sure nobody falls off, and we've kept the path lit so that people can walk at night. Let's go ahead and run up here. I just wanted to slow down right here to take a look at the rest area that Fight Club Police built on the launch tower. It was a genius idea. Thank you very much. Now that we've reached the top, let's take a 360 view around. Over there to the west are a number of caves and the main cannibal village. Those are the fertile fields with guest bases. We'll take a look at those in a separate video. And here's the roller coaster, adorned with mutant trophies. I'll show you the roller coaster at night. Welcome to the Tunnel of Lights. That concludes the base tour. Thank you for your time. And a special thank you to everyone who helped make this possible. Thank you Fight Club Police, Fabio the Amazin Azn, Handsome Spy 27, Leolz, Whirl, Wings, Juliet17 AK 2002, Jokery 8 NTYA, Jara, Silencer, DollarMenuFries, Master Assassin 0906, Realroten, Just Your Average Squeaker, TheBraveHero, MegaTriscuit, Neko yuudachi, Goliathan, ianc, and Thrace137. Thank you all.